Oh, man, what a mess.
Hey, don't talk like that. We're on the air.
It's a hot mess.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of STCPod. This is episode, I believe it's going to be 239.
I didn't even name it, dude. I don't have time to name it.
Name what?
I don't know. I just put it STCTMG 2019.
Yeah. What?
This is in between episode.
No. This is a real episode. We don't do in between.
No, this one didn't count.
No, this does count. What, are you going to want to do an extra one? This is
no,
the
not
deal.
this week. This is just a filler for the week.
No, it's not. It's the real deal. We're talking for real. This is real. This is me and you that we're talking. This is after our big event, after the weekend.
Listen, let's not pump it up too much, okay?
But after we're done chatting here, we will roll out the live recording from C3 in Philadelphia. That happened just after TooManyGames.
Wait, how long are we talking here? I thought we were just doing a throw.
Just that's it?
Yeah, it's like, here you go. Boop. You had to wait a half an hour for this.
Well, no, I got a little bit of time to talk. We're going to get a little bit of insight. See how long my voice lasts for.
What happened? Everybody got sick and I didn't?
Oh, what? Oh, what happened? What happened? Everyone I got in contact with is now deathly sick.
I didn't make anyone sick because I just had stuff in my throat.
Oh, yeah, just stuff in your throat.
I didn't have
I
didn't have a fever. Everybody's like dying all of a sudden. They got the gamer-itis.
Every single person
game convention-itis.
Who came in contact with you is now sick.
Everybody was at a game show with a bunch of dirty people. That's what happened. Touching dirty ass games, shaking people's hands,
you
bumping
were
into
all over everything. And I'm
my
glad
coffee's
people
fine.
got to witness it. People think I make stuff up, but
well, I had legitimately something wrong in my throat, and only due to the fact that I'm a superhuman being, I was able to push through it for 5 days.
Well, we all have it now.
No, so you don't.
There it is.
You had what you have, and what a lot of people have, is staying up too late and going to a convention for 2 days, mingling with a bunch of dirties. And not the good dirties, the nerd gamer dirties.
I haven't had a cold in like 2 years.
Yeah, so I didn't have a cold. I still don't have a cold because I'm a superhuman.
Yeah,
I'm a superhuman.
What was it? Day 4 when you're screaming in the bathroom for help because you were coughing and you couldn't breathe.
Well,
what was that?
Wasn't screaming. I was calling your name. Calling Mr. CPAP, but he was passed out hard.
No, I was desperately trying to ignore the episode that was going on.
So I ended up throwing up a couple times. Could have choked on my own vomit.
I would have got some peace and quiet. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Where's the bro help?
And we all get sick from it because you didn't cover your mouth. You just sprayed it everywhere.
Don't be rude. I covered my mouth. I always did. I always said sorry. It was just a cough, though. That's not what was contagious. I'm telling you. Because I never had a cold. I never had any of that stuff. It's just a stupid hacking cough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah, if people aren't aware, this is our first to record back from attending the TooManyGames gaming convention, Game Swap.
No, well, hold on. That's not why we went. We went because it was the C3 meetup 2019.
Yeah, I was getting to it as well as
that's what it should be. Just like anyone else, you should always acknowledge the Cartridge Club, right, people? If you're a big time YouTuber, acknowledge the Cartridge Club.
If you
go on a panel, you acknowledge the Cartridge Club. If you do a YouTube channel, you acknowledge the Cartridge Club. If you do a podcast, you should acknowledge the Cartridge Club.
I mean, if the Cartridge Club pumps you up and keeps supporting you, and is always there for you, then you should definitely help out the Cartridge Club on the way up as well. Yeah, so it was Too Many Games. It was C3 family reunion. Last year it was in Chicago. This year it was in Philadelphia. We stayed at an incredible hotel in Limerick, just outside Philadelphia. It was the Hampton
Inn.
Hampton Bay or something.
Hampton Inn.
Gone to the Hamptons.
I think it's division of the Hilton, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It was I8.
They should change their name to the Hampton Chill, because these were some chill MFers running that hotel. Because Cartridge Club Army came in, and I got to say, things got rowdy. We were like the Who. We had all kinds of parties.
Minus stuff getting broken.
No, we're very respectful. But we had a lot of people, man, and we stayed up late every night. Like 3:30.
That's why you got sick.
3:30 late. 4 o'clock late. Just hanging out, visiting.
I don't know if it was 4 o'clock, but it's definitely a 3.
You wouldn't know. You never made it late.
I made it late every night.
No, you did not. God, as if.
I was freaking machine.
As if.
They started calling me the machine when I was down there.
And then whenever I'd get to bed, even though it was like 3:34 a.m., I still couldn't go to sleep. It would still be an hour.
Yeah.
Before I'd finally get to sleep.
That's your body trying to tell you something.
That's sleeping beside a guy with CPAP who doesn't have his hose on. So all you hear is screaming from the other side of the room.
I believe you did that joke already.
Yeah, to a van. That was just 4 people.
Listen.
But listen, how you sleep through that, anyone else would wake up and adjust their hose. Not Joe. I'm powering through anything. So all night long. So in my head, actually, I just evolved from it being noise into white noise. My head, I just convinced myself it's white noise. And I went to sleep to it finally. I finally got to sleep.
You were listening to the ocean.
But then this is the thing that 2 hours later, old Coffee Pants has the big fit in the bed. And
I was choking, dude. I was choking.
Moves the whole party to the bathroom, the echo chamber, and just lets her rip in there, spitting and coughing and spitting. Just drama. Like going for a big award.
A little bit of
vomiting. He apparently called my name, but I did not hear that. Thankfully. What the hell would I have done? What would I have done? Held your hair back over the bowl?
Bring me some water so I could stop choking.
You're at the sink.
You don't drink bathroom water. Come on.
And so that night was oof.
Well, that was one night. It was one night. The other nights were good. I passed out within under 5 minutes every single night.
No, you pass out instantly, that's for sure. And then the night before that, after night 1, because I think night 1 we had a big pizza and wing party. We had pizza and wings. The wings were fantastic. Had some buffalo sauce on it. Yet they were still kind of crispy, had a great flavor. But 4 o'clock in the morning, they came a knocking. They came a knocking on my tummies. And I thought, this is just a little stomach quirk. That'll go away in a second. Nope. Whip that mask off. Run to the bathroom.
I didn't even hear you.
No, of course not.
I'm glad I did. If you're doing some brown NASCAR in the toilet there.
Whoosh. Wow. That was a clean out. That was a clean out.
I didn't have that experience.
That was something else. Of course not.
Why? Because my stomach's a machine.
I guess so. I haven't had a reaction to wings like that in 10 years.
My body goes into, it's like when you go camping or something, it goes into hibernation mode.
Mm-hmm.
Where it stores all the food you eat until the last possible second, where it then evacuates nicely in one tight bundle.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't get a lot of sleep, man, but I had a lot of good times. Every night we'd get together with the Cartridge Club crew. First night was in our room, me and you.
Yep.
We partied it up long time, had everyone in there. No complaints. Somehow, I don't know how. You packed 30 people in a hotel room until 3:30 in the morning, and there's no complaints.
The guy next door came over.
That's true.
He goes, "Hey, there's a I don't know what the age group of this boys group was, but it was a younger boys baseball team that was there for a tournament under teenage years for sure. And one of the guys was next door. I guess this big beefed up guy. He came over. I don't know what time it was, like 2 a.m. Goes, yeah, I don't know if you guys are here for the baseball thing or not, but I'm just next door. You guys can keep on partying. No worries. Just you just got to give me a couple beers, all right? So we bribed him with a couple beers.
Yep.
And geez, man, that was nice of him because it kept on going till, like you said, I think that first night ended at 3:30 or 4.
Mm-hmm. I was loving it because everyone was trashing your bed. They were eating snacks all over it, spilling stuff.
Well, I don't forget. So I made up a list.
Thanks again to the Q Dogs for bringing some wild snacks for us, and Retro Nonsense Crew for bringing some Old Bay inspired snacks.
Oh, were they the ones that brought that? Okay.
Yeah, that was good stuff, man. Good stuff. And
I like the Q Dogs. They brought the what were those pretzel snacks? What was that?
They had this pretzels twist that was seasoned, and they were divine.
Apparently, it's like $200 a bag.
Yeah, if we were to buy it. But when you are generous enough to give your hotel room to everyone to party in, if some snacks happen to get left over, that is goes to the room. That's just the way it is.
Part and parcel.
No hard feelings about anything that may have happened or came home with us. That's just paying the rent, paying the dues. Right? Dues to the room.
So you're happy to be back?
Sure. Yeah, miss everybody.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about that. It's just sometimes when you go on vacation and you party hard, it's like you need a vacation from the vacation kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I've been getting daytime naps in.
Oh, here we go. Baby needs his naps.
You got me sick, so that's a good excuse to have a nap, too.
Get you sick.
Trying to catch up on
I've been going nonstop since I got back, doing hard manual labor outside. Man.
So the second night we decided to stay in like the lobby breakfast area for the night. Mrs. Q checked it out with the hotel that it was fine if we congregated in there rather than in the hotel room, because we figured this way we're not going to keep an entire floor of people awake, and we'll just keep our gathering in the little breakfast area. Had a big long banquet table and everyone stood around there and had good times. There was cigars came out, Cuban cigars even. They were super nice. Thanks to VG Collectaholic. And Caleb had some cigars. Mighty Q Dog had some cigars. So we were wild, man. We were drinking, and then we had the smoking going on outside. We were living it up big time. So we had 2 nights of that in the breakfast area. And then the last big night was after our C3 get-together, where we did live podcasting throughout the day. Kevin, Buried on Mars, put on a Jeopardy game show with 80s trivia. That was a lot of fun. It was the most entertaining because nobody knew any of the answers. So that was the best way to go at it. And then he'd miss the daily doubles as the host, and the crowd would yell at him. It was great. It was the best way. Best result. And then Flock of Nerds had a podcast. The Podcast of the Year crew, Polykill, put on a killer show with visuals. So they made everyone else look bad because they put effort into their show. Actually, I can't group Flock of Nerds saying they didn't put effort in. They had a whole big thing where they interviewed a couple people about their gaming stuff, and that was a lot of fun. And
Are you saying everybody put effort into it?
Yeah, except for us.
Oh, okay. Well, that was to be expected.
Yeah. Everyone put effort in except for us. Flock of Nerds, we should say, they interviewed 8-Bit Bob and Musty, as well as they talked about games they play. And this 8-Bit Bob, 16 years old, from the Retro Nonsense crew, is more eloquent and talks a better sentence than I do at my advanced age. So props to this guy. Did a great job out there.
Yeah, he was excellent. I told Duke to let him know that I think he should do his own podcast.
Yeah, I could see him doing that for sure.
He was great.
Man,
they were all great. I had a great time. It was nice. I like I said, I wasn't able to experience it last year in Chi-Town, so it was great to be able to come to this one. My first pop my cherry at this first C3 meetup in Philly. It was a good time.
Continuing along, Polykill had their podcast. They had visual aids. They had a little visual presentation. They played some fun games with everybody. Got to yell up Mad Libs from the audience. That was fun. And then it was our turn to go up. After all of that prepared awesomeness, it was our turn to go up there and get the flop sweats. How do you think we did there? How do you think it came off?
I don't know. I got to re-listen to it still.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
It was. I had been doing notes here and there throughout the couple days leading up to it, and all that information went out the window. We had notes in front of us. I had stuff in my head. And as soon as I got up there, I went full on stupid. So I was actually pretty angry, even though everyone said they enjoyed it and we did a good job. I was just like, man, I wasn't having any of it. I was disappointed. Disappointed in myself. But
yeah, even after I'm like, oh, we forgot to talk about this, forgot to talk about that. And you had extensive notes on your side, but you were just, I was okay for the first maybe 10, 15 minutes and then just ran dry and then just kind of looked at each other. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird. Luckily, it was all recorded.
No, it was fine. Let me tell you, I'm sorry if anyone was in the audience wondering why I didn't maintain any eye contact with the audience. I had to block them out. No looking at the audience. Because that would totally throw you off.
It was, well, we got thrown off anyway, but it was, I think it was better. We try to do it as we do normally, like a full-on conversation, right? So,
yeah, it's difficult though, man, with these people here, right? They've been through a couple good shows. They're in a great mood, and you sit down there and you look at the audience, and you know they're sitting there with their chins in their hands, you know, big smile on their face, just sitting there going, these guys are going to make me laugh. This is going to be so good. Make me laugh, Bill and Joe, make me laugh. And you're like, oh boy, don't know how to do that.
Well, let's admit it. There were some laughs. Come on.
Yeah, there was some, well, people hear it after this. Hopefully the audio turned out. I don't know. There was I have no idea what the audio sounds like.
Well, what I'm going to warn everybody. Well, I still remember there was a glitch off the top of the record. We were sabotaged by the Polykill boys. And so the first maybe 5 minutes of audio is going to be really quiet because that was taken from the microphone that was feeding YouTube. So, and then the rest of it actually it did end up coming from our actual handheld mics that we were holding. So, if you can bear through it, first, like I said, the first 5 minutes super quiet, but after that, things should pick up. So.
Yes. So of course we got to give big thank yous, big props to the organizers of the whole event, Diego, a Latino lawyer, and Trav from Polykill, and Musty Hobbit, the Grand Poobah of the Cartridge Club, put a lot of effort, time into organize this thing, getting it all together, making it all come off. And as well as hooking up all the equipment. There's tons of equipment, tons of wires there to get this all going, to get the public address system working, as well as feeding out live to YouTube, all that stuff going on. And those were the guys doing it. So thank you guys for that. Thanks to the Cartridge Club for continuing to grow and to inspire us into having these great meetups, because it's an unforgettable experience. It's a great time. And thanks again to Sean and Mark, P1 and P2, who started this whole Cartridge Club thing off. And look at what they created. Look what's going on. Already there's some grumblings of course, next year's meetup. But before that is the Fall Berry Game Exchange in September. And there's already people making plans to make that a big hit, to make that an event. So maybe you should clear your calendar for that. Maybe think about coming up to Barrie September. You made me throw my phone away, so I can't give you the date.
12th.
September. Is it 12th or is it the 16th?
I think it's 12. But either way, you should be going to www.berrygameexchange.ca for all your information on the show.
The 12th is a Thursday, so
Right, so
don't know if it's a Thursday.
who cares?
Maybe it's the 15th. Anyways, do what Joe did. Check that out.
It's the 15th. But do what I said and go to the berrygameexchange.ca.
So that's starting to ramp up already. Sounds like a good time. You got anything else to say? You want to close off with any experiences from the van? Want to thank the van mates?
The van ride was fun. Thanks. It was Haji, Sarker Sim, Barry on Mars, Bill and myself. And it was a great time because that's one hell of a drive, let me tell you. And we did that sucker straight.
We did.
Yeah.
You had some time traveling, but the rest of us, yes.
Oh, really? Hey, who didn't drive on the way back? Oh, Bill did not drive on the way back.
Well, no, I was too busy keeping tabs on Sam Beckett back there.
I heard you snoring off the start.
Hey, leaping in and out. His next leap will be the leap home to Bill's house and his Mazda.
I will leave Philly now, and next time I open my eyes, we will be back in Ontario.
That was
not true. I drove a couple hours.
These are great drives. And there was no fighting. You get 5 people in a vehicle for 8 hours and still no fights. So it was great.
Why would you fight? Just make the whole drive miserable.
Wow, absolutely.
And there's nothing to fight about. What do you got to fight about?
I don't know.
You got to go to the bathroom?
I don't know. Just saying.
One person has to go. We can all go. That was a long drive back, though.
No, dude. How would you know? That is a ridiculous statement.
Well, because we left at what time? 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, but you weren't around for it. Yeah, and the rest of us.
I didn't get home till 10:30 at night.
Yeah, I could see that extra little bit for you making it long. But we were remarking in the car like it didn't seem that long. Time just flew by on the drive home. We were having a good time. But okay.
How's your neck doing? Is your neck okay?
Yeah, I got my neck worked out.
It's not sore anymore?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
Mine too. Mine's good.
Yeah, got a good
That's a little
workout.
inside joke. All right.
So that's it.
Wrap this up. People want to hear. I guess they want to hear.
Yeah, check it out.
I apologize. I
think they'll like it. Enjoy the live show coming up next here on STCPod. And I don't know if we said post at the end of the live one, because we were like,
we did not.
We just barely made it there live, so we just wanted to get the hell out. So, anyways, I'll say it now. You can insert it later, right? You'll do another edit
later. I don't got time for that.
Yeah, you can put this. You take this, cut and paste, and you put that.
No.
See, I say post it, and then there you go. You put that at the end. Joe's editing.
I'm going to bed now.
All right, getting ready for the STC Live podcast. It's a treat to have these two guys together. Of course, last year we did not have Joe, so thank you, Joe, for coming out, being a part of this C3, and hanging out with all of us. Of course, STC last year, 2017, or year before last year, yeah, it was 2019 minus 2017. One podcast of the year, and since last year Polykill was the headliner, it was only fair to flip it this year and let STC be the headliner. Mainstays of the club, big deals. Hit 200 episodes in the last year. Did a live one there, but then we weren't close enough to smell yet. Now we're here. What do we got here? What we got here coming up here? We got a lot. Was this we gonna make fun of Polykill again? Oh, you know how when you get your butt waxed and it really hurts, but then it feels good, like really good? Well, that's a lot like our next podcast. All right. Thanks for that, Trav.
Well, we just wanted to thank everybody for coming out, obviously, for sticking around till the end. Not necessarily going to be maybe the best, because Polykill sort of knocked it out of the park, but we're going to try, get the old STCPod try.
Yeah, congratulations for totally sabotaging us by putting us at the end.
I'm pretty sure that's why they put us at the end.
They're jerks.
Also, we should also thank Jersey for coming out for the other day, right?
And your retro came out, visited us at the convention.
And there was a little speech at the end.
Where were you?
I probably went to go upstairs and check on Kev.
Is that really what happened?
He told me he gave a good thank you to everybody.
I was very inspirational. He gave a speech to all the
Cartridge Club creators and told us to keep going and to keep Joe propped up for as long as we can.
On life support, right?
Yeah. He was actually kind of worried because all the photos that were happening coming out this weekend and leading up to it, every time you're asleep, kind of weekend at burning it. So
it was a long drive down.
No one was sure if you were really alive.
There wasn't much to do in the back seat. I got the J-Rock seat of the vehicle.
Well, we had to protect ourselves. We can't have Bernie actually driving.
I thought my driving was good. My neck, these last couple of days, I thought my neck was sore from the crappy pillows that we were sleeping on. The room. But it was really just Hodgie's driving.
Oh, yeah.
Going back and forth.
What do you mean?
He's a safe driver. He's just very jerky.
Very safe. Just don't get him to talk while he's driving or else he gets really...
Did you want to say something to Sean and Mark?
Well, we're sad that Sean couldn't be here and his brother Mark, P1 and P2. We wish we could see you here. This is, their creation. So it's sad that they're not here, but we'll get them one time, right?
Maybe next year? Should we do the announcement for next year of where this is going to be?
Ooh, really? Spoilers?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it while everybody's here and everybody's watching.
Yeah.
We just like to formally announce next year, C3 is going to be at PRGE.
Yeah.
And the Q Dogs have invited everyone to camp in their compound. They've got such a big backyard.
The compound will be open.
Everybody can save costs by sleeping in tents in their massive
they're more
backyard.
like pavilions.
With power and
plumbing. It's all there. Yeah, it's all there.
Well, they've got a year to prepare, right?
Well, they have the massive compound. They have most of the infrastructure already there. They can convert one of the pool pavilions into a lodge.
They have a pool too?
Oh, a couple.
Well, a couple. Okay, yeah. Not at that residence, the the other one, right?
That's true. You know, I get mixed up which city is we're talking about.
So I've never got to see their house. So I'd get to see the range hood.
Maybe.
Meet the range hood, I should say.
Well, every pavilion will have a range hood.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty exciting.
I don't like talking to this thing.
You don't shove it right in there.
I don't like putting big things that close to my mouth like this.
Wow, this thing is really heavy. It's like big and heavy. Yeah. Do you want to trade? You want something big and heavy?
I like something smaller.
Because that's
Is that
softer.
okay? Can we do that?
Softer. Let's switch it up. Hello. Oh yeah, this is nice. I can get my face right in there.
This is less intimidating
This
to me.
is you get some really nice sound out of this.
That's like eating a foot-long hot dog, and this is like a regular hot dog.
No, this is so much more. This is like what you think a Philadelphia cheesesteak is going to be like. And that's more like what it is. So, I don't. It's not controversial at all.
So anyway, looking forward to C3 next year at the Q Dogs place in Seattle.
Yeah, and they're gonna cover all the admission costs and everything as well, right? It's only natural. So what'd you do to get ready for this thing? I saw you disappear for about 30 minutes.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, for our thing, you mean?
Yeah.
I just went upstairs, had a little power nap, came back down.
Well, see, normally
Refreshed.
you would not admit that because the other thing was so much worse. Because I went up there to grab a drink, and I found you hanging upside down by the shower rail doing these upside down crunches.
Up-down crunches, yes.
What's up with that?
Well, you know, it's I didn't realize they had the gym facility here, so I had to get in what I could.
Yeah. Okay. Good work. And you picked a nice tight shirt again. It's
This
lovely.
is loose. I should have worn something like black because I'm sweating out of every orifice right now.
I don't know. Between you and Trav, I'm sure there's no boys' T-shirts left in this town. Like, what is going on?
This is a large, I'm telling you.
I love it. Haji got to actually, I think it was Haji got to witness you wrestle one of your shirts on yesterday. It was about 10, 15
To be
minutes
honest,
getting over that
I
head.
didn't buy that shirt. My wife bought that for me, and I only wore it out of respect for Dean because it's a Banff t-shirt.
Oh, right. No, I thought you were doing it because, like, normally your face will get really red when the ball breaking happens. But if you wear a really tight shirt, it's kind of like squeezing a pimple. It just keeps it white.
Just cuts it off, right? Yeah. Well, no. Thanks.
No.
Thanks.
Okay, I learned something brand new. I didn't think I could learn anything new about Joe after all these years working together until this trip. Many things.
Well, this was our first trip where we've actually, outside of work, spent time together in the daytime and nighttime and overnight.
There was that one night.
What night was that?
Oh, maybe.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Was
maybe
that-
don't
you
worry
drugged
about
me
it.
that night?
Yeah, maybe. A little bit of that.
How's your experience? Did you?
Well, I got
enjoy-
to see your suitcase, which, you know, I thought I had nice suitcases. Like, I thought I had nice suitcases. They were my 20-year anniversary suitcases from work. I thought they were pretty fancy. And then I saw your suitcase. Has USB adapters built into it. It's got, like, solar panels. It's got a mini fridge.
It's got the battery plug on the inside where you can plug your phone into the
Why do you
suitcase
have to have
charge that.
something? Why do you have to have so much?
And then the handle has the button where
Why
you
can't you
press
just
it,
have normal?
And it tells you how heavy your suitcase is for
Are you joking?
No, it does.
Are you joking?
What's your carry-on for your airplane?
Wow. Okay.
They all come like that now.
Well, if you're worried about weight so much, why are we adding hangers into our go bag?
Listen.
Okay, listen. There were no collared
There was
shirts in there.
logic. No, there was 2 collared shirts.
There was nothing that needed to be pressed. So why hangers?
Because I brought the hangers for it. It only makes sense. You know when you go to your room,
No, it doesn't
especially
make
when
sense.
there's 2 people in a hotel room, they put 5 hangers inside your closet.
You know what I've never
And out of
used?
respect for you,
I've never used hangers at the hotel.
I didn't know that, but out of respect, I brought 10 from home.
10.
So as soon as you get out, you hang up your T-shirts, and then you never have to
No,
iron
you
them
don't.
again
You don't have to hang up T-shirts. It's crazy.
because you use the hangers.
It's insane. It's a little bit insane.
What did you do with yours?
The closet now with all your shirts hanging looks like a
closet.
No, it looks like a store display at some fancy boys clothing store. How many?
Listen. Go ahead, sorry.
How many shoes did you bring?
Shoes?
We're going to a gaming convention. How many shoes did you bring?
4 pairs of shoes.
4 pairs of shoes.
Well, one, I wasn't sure. I got the travel shoes, which are my bum shoes. Then I got the leather shoes with the flat fronts, and those are the casual going out. Mm-hmm. Then I got my cool dad shoes on.
What is this? Like, I'm blinded by the whiteness of these things. This is not you. But what, are you going to grab your board and go to the skate park later? What is?
These
what
are my
were you
Airwalks,
thinking?
baby.
No,
I don't know what they are.
Who bought them for you?
I bought them.
The
for
mother-in-law
myself.
buy them for you?
Well, to be honest, they were on sale and they look cool. And I've never had anything like this before.
Yeah.
So I busted them out for the show. And then what was the other one? Just another pair of runners, different types.
What? Yeah.
Because who knew what was going on here?
Are you going like one pair to go work out in the field later and another pair to... I don't get it. Is there evening? What are the evening shoes?
I wasn't sure. That's why I brought the
Are there
collared
clickety-clacks?
shirt. No clickety-clack shoes.
Whoa. No clickety-clacks.
Yeah.
That's
People
crazy.
know what clickety-clacks are? Because your terminology is sometimes...
Well, those are the fancy,
obtuse, as you like to
fancy, tough leather shoes that make clickety-clack sounds when you go down the hallway.
Like the dress shoes.
Yeah, like the first time I met you at work, and you hear clickety-clack, clickety-clack come down the hallway, and you're like, who is this? This is a high heel convention coming, and nope. It's
No, I
Joe
was
and
in
his
the
leather.
room sitting in the chair, and then you came walking in with your hair all even longer than it is, and the wind was blowing it back.
Yeah.
And I had dress pants on and a dress pants
You
shirt.
were way too dressed up for work, that's for sure.
And then they stuck me with you for the last 10 years.
All right, so what are your other problems with, what else? Sleeping in the same
Well, you
room?
had made me bring my CPAP machine.
Yes, that
So
was...
the CPAP crew came down to the show. You, me, and Haji.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine the power drainage if the three of us were sleeping in the same room.
Why couldn't I, like, I was looking forward to have another, like last year, me and Haji bunked up, so I thought we were going to get that going again and have
Because
you...
why wouldn't you want to sleep with me?
Well, we spend all day at work
Yeah.
and, all day, just break it up and then you get some solid time with Kevin and Sarah.
But you call me like your best bro.
Do I?
Is it all a lie?
What?
Is it all a lie?
When? I don't know about that.
Your work bro.
What else? What else about the room?
Did you enjoy me bringing the CPAP machine? Did it help you sleep better?
Yeah, because you're quiet.
Because it took up a hell of a lot of space.
No.
And I only snore when I'm on my back, not on the side.
So what, do you want me to just roll you over every time?
No, I prop the pillow up behind my on my side.
It is weird. I looked over and you created a pillow wall.
Well, that's partially the window, so I use it to block. I put 2 pillows up, and then I sleep.
Hold that to your mic.
And then
to
I
your
sleep
mouth
behind
there.
them.
No, I thought maybe there was something. You needed private time. Because why else would you make a wall like
I was
that?
going to ask you, did you take care of business this weekend?
I don't know what take care of
Did
business
any of that
means.
go on?
I don't think so. Why would I need to
You
do?
wouldn't know if that would happen?
No, just being in
Because
the
you
same
disappeared a couple times.
being in the same room with you. There is zero desire or thought to go there. No need.
Really?
Yeah, you.
I turned you off
Yeah.
that much.
What are you saying? That's something you had to take care of?
Well,
Let me tell you, I know one thing you had to take care of, and I know one thing you've been dealing with for most of this vacation. Some people, when they go away for a few days, they have trouble, taking care of another kind of business. They have like a vacation bowel syndrome kind of thing where they get built up and then they become gassy. And it's,
it's like self-preservation mode.
carpet bombing constantly until you finally have some nice time on the throne by yourself to get things done. So we had a nice early breakfast, and you ducked out early. You said you had business to take care of. So I was hoping you would, nature would work its way through, and we'd be back on track with you. And sure enough, when I got back to the room, and I had my time in the bathroom, it looked like a brown NASCAR race happened in the toilet. What's up with that?
Well, thanks for bringing that up.
That's what I have to deal
Well,
with.
it's like when I go camping, my body goes into self-preservation mode.
You got to keep it all.
Sometimes you don't go for 2 days or so. So
I'm not squeegeeing the toilet after.
You could
go
just
to
do
the
a
bathroom.
second flush. Second
That's
flush
not
should
gonna
get
get
that
rid of
going.
the NASCAR,
Yeah, it would.
as you like to call
That
it.
generates this, and then it goes.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, chew some more. Who brought this up here for him to chew into the
This
mic?
is part of my rider. I asked for Smarties and a beer.
Man, no, I'm not done with what I found in the bathroom. Because anyone who's been around you all weekend have heard the fake cough. And the
You know
fake
what?
cough often generates this other thing that I've seen you deposit into garbages, into the bushes, and today I got to find it still in the sink. This is
come
Joe.
on,
This
dude.
is Joe Hork. What we're talking about.
I had this. I don't know what's going on. I've had this cough for like the past 2 weeks.
For the past 10 years,
It's like
it's in your head.
kissing
But
disease
if you
or
do that
something.
in the sink, why not just turn it on
I
again
did.
and let it?
why
You
do
have a problem with this happening and
Why do
letting.
you inspect everything?
How can I not see that?
Just there was nothing there.
Oh, yeah.
You inspect the minutia.
Yeah, it was minutia, all right.
Listen, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
The other day, what day is today? Monday. So Sunday, you have a shower first.
By the way, why did I find that you used shampoo in the shower?
Because I have to wash my hair. You wash, you shampoo, and then I shave.
What are you shampooing?
What do you mean?
It's for hair.
It still cleans your scalp. Still feels good.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Fabio.
Continue. I was just curious if someone else snuck in our bathroom and
So you got to shower first, and then I went to step in and take a look at the shower. And I don't bring like my body wash and loofah when I go on trips because it's a pain to carry around, right?
absolutely.
So I use the hotel soap, the little bar.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm about to step into the shower, and aside from seeing all your hairs littering the bathtub floor,
I don't think that's true.
I see this one little curly Q on the bar of soap I'm going to use. So what's the last thing that you wash when you have a shower?
The last thing I wash.
With that bar of soap.
Well, you work from the top down. Actually, no, I go top, down, then legs. I skip the middle. And you're right, finish
You
up
don't
in the
do
middle.
anything in the middle?
Yeah, I finish up in the middle.
Nothing in the behind?
Yeah, right up in there. But I clean the whole tub out after because out of respect.
Then why did I
So
find
someone else,
hairs?
Harry, must have gone in there. Maybe Jake got in there. Definite possibility.
It's like that
I've
old,
seen him
it's
skulking
like that
around
old
corners.
WWF skit with Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil. He's complaining because he's finding Bret Hart hair all over the bathroom.
I don't know what you're talking
That's a
about.
wrestling
I
reference
don't.
for Duke.
I don't get it. That's for Duke?
Yeah.
So what'd you do with the curly Q?
Well, I picked the bar of soap up and then let it rinse off.
Well, so
But
no problem.
out of respect, you
No
shouldn't
problem.
be like.
Out of respect, you shouldn't throw up in the sink and leave it there.
You should know. What else are you going to attack me with today? Here?
I'm just glad you're open and you seem kind of happy today and you're open for business. I've seen you smiling. A lot of the first couple days have been a lot of there's a lot of Joes out there, right? There's Pro Joe, we all know that. There's Grumpy Joe, and for some reason on this vacation we met Mopey Joe. Mope
That
Joe.
was probably Tired Joe.
I know you had
more than
the
anything.
whole bowel thing going on too, so I'll leave you alone. I know, but people are intimidated by all these Joes and they don't know what
do
to
you mean?
do. They're scared of this Joe.
Who
They
would be
won't come up to
intimidated?
Joe and talk to Joe.
Who's
Christ,
this?
you got Musty so scared he won't even let anyone call him by his real name.
Why would he want to be called? He's got one of the coolest names in the club. Where is he? There he is. I'm just happy I got to talk to Musty this time.
Oh? Did you two finally clear it up?
We bonded. Well, we bonded a little bit.
Oh, tell me about it. I want to hear this.
No, it's just conversations. The last time everyone came down to Ontario, it was a pre-rush, so we never got the opportunity to spend some time talking to Musty and Eric and the other people. So it was a good experience. Speaking of Eric, though, did you get a chance to spend time with him at the TooManyGames floor?
I was too intimidated by all of the money he had.
It was an
So-
experience. I took a little bit of time off because I wanted to experience
Your fancy white shoes are on money.
how he handled taking care of this game hunting they did. I even got to experience looking at his spreadsheet there.
You got into a spreadsheet?
I took a picture of it.
Oh, where is this going to appear if this
Nowhere.
becomes public?
Nowhere. I just wanted to know how I should do my spreadsheet up.
So you want to do something for yourself. So shockingly, you found someone who's already done it
The best way possible.
the best way possible. And then you'll just,
Why waste my time when someone else has done it right?
so someone else like already created a title or something and you're just going to use that exact same title.
I may change it up a little bit to suit to my references and my likes and desires.
What happened here that Eric scared you?
He was he was just intimidating on the floor. I don't know what it was. It's like a different persona came over.
Like Big Shot?
No, not big shot. Just very business-like, business-oriented.
All business.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
And that scared you.
A little bit, yeah.
How about when we finally get in the convention center and I turn around to show you something that you told me to look for you, and you're gone? Just took right off. Boom.
Thought you were behind me, probably.
No. What about this huge travel log you've been creating? Every time we see you, you suddenly have the camera out now. And suddenly you're taking shots of yourself everywhere.
Well, I finally got a new camera or a new phone, so it was.
You got that Android finally.
I got the Apple.
You got that Android
Apple
finally.
Yes.
Got that Android finally.
You tried to convince me into getting it.
Yeah,
But
why wouldn't you get an Android?
I just didn't like the apps on it. And how
You
it
have
looked.
no idea what the apps are.
I went to the Bell store and I took a look at the phone and it said, I opened up one thing and one of the first things was be careful for viruses on what you download. That's what
Where did
said.
it say that?
At the Bell store.
They were trying to sell you a phone and they said, be careful of
It
viruses
was
if you
on
get
the
this
phone
phone.
that came up for some reason. There's some notification.
Was that the Chinese phone they were trying to sell you? The Huawei?
Huawei, no. So you got to go with what you know.
What did you get? You wouldn't tell me this whole weekend.
No, it's just the 10XS Max or whatever it is. The new one.
The Super Max.
The new one.
I thought they grounded that. How many gigs are we talking about?
I forget. What is it?
I don't know. Because whatever you get, you're stuck with.
I probably no the what's after the 128? 256.
256.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You're shooting these giant travel
That's
logs now,
gigabytes,
though.
baby.
Probably 4K-ing it up.
No, not 4K.
So you're stuck with that.
For the next 3 or 4 years.
No SD card insertion.
Yeah, but with that
going
much
on with
memory,
that.
it's all golden.
That ain't much memory now. You should be looking at terabyte. Android, you can get the 512 or whatever, and then get
Yeah.
the SD card to match that. Puts you up to a terabyte for a fraction of the price of that piece of garbage.
But I'll never want to keep that much on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah? So how many Joe glasses?
I went with the plan.
Oh, you were going to buy outright.
Yeah, I went the 2-year plan. So
That's a
now
shame.
You're impressed, right?
No, I'm not. That's a shame. That's a shame. Talk about new iPhone, because Joe is going to have a huge story about it. Okay.
Is that what you wrote?
That's done.
what?
Joe's geography. Did we do that?
I don't know if we should,
Okay.
because I don't know where we are still.
We're in Philadelphia. They got some weird liquor laws here.
I'm glad you made me wear jeans up here, because
I didn't make you wear
if I had
jeans.
those shorts on, like I saw what Duke was packing, and Mrs. Duke is one lucky lady.
Well, I'm telling you. Shower soap, games in the safe. You put your games in the safe?
You put your Atari games in the safe because you thought someone would take them.
Well, someone could
is
get their
ridiculous, dude.
fingers.
You were worried
We were
staff
gonna
was
clean
gonna
up the
take
room.
Your Atari games.
I don't like to leave
So
stuff
you
laying
insisted
around.
on putting your Atari games in the safe.
I was kind of concerned they'd just throw them out, so I thought the safe would be good.
The ones that you picked, they should have.
Sleeping together for the first time. We talked about that.
I thought we should have put more people in our room. I don't know why you never wanted to. You and I could have shared the same bed. Had 2 other people or 1 other person in the other bed.
I don't think anyone else
And then
should
cut
have
back
to
on costs.
deal with you and just the underwear. You got dragons on you.
Isn't that? Don't
and
you sleep in your underwear?
It's just weird. And that dragon tattoo.
What's wrong with the dragon?
It's like the Ben Affleck giant dragon
No, it's not
on the
like
back.
that.
When you go into the tattoo parlor and ask for a dragon, do they? Is there any eye rolling? Or?
Well, now this was 20 years ago, so no,
20.
at least.
What was the dragon thing in the 20 when you were 20? No, not when you were 20. 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That would make you 35. Thank you very much.
That's just what I was into back then.
How old were you?
I don't remember.
What
I know
about
I
the
didn't tell
dragon?
I didn't tell my parents. My mom didn't find out until she saw me cutting the grass one day with it
Oh, right, because you cut the grass without a shirt on.
in the summertime, like you should.
What's the dragon's name? Is it Kevin?
There is no name.
There is no
There is
name.
no name.
Okay.
You are
Is this where you're?
piece of.
Is this where you're shutting down now? It's okay. We can move on.
What else are you going to talk me with?
Well,
Can we talk about our experience here and how nice it was to hang out with everybody too?
I am a little surprised because you told me to get lots of Canadian money in smaller denominations for the peeler experience, but no one.
I said that?
Yeah, you did say that.
Canadian money for that?
No, American
Oh,
money.
you said Canadian.
But you haven't tried to get us to go to the peelers yet.
It wasn't on my mind to go to it. I just
Oh.
wasn't sure what everyone else was going to do. Just in
Well,
case.
I'm not a strip club guy at all.
At all.
But, I did get some small bills. When's that happening? Did you scope out any places?
I did not plan anything.
Okay. Well, you wrote it down here.
Did I?
So, yeah. Let's see. Anything else? CPAPing it, Joe's new shoes. The Q Dogs are hosting next year. Oh, yeah, this just in. They actually hired a coordinator to run this thing. It's the same guy who did the Fire Festival. So it should come off really good. I talked about it in a podcast
you? Oh,
once.
I missed
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Was I there for that?
How's the time coming there, Musty? Are we halfway? Halfway.
Not bad. You were worried.
Is this where we beg for questions or?
Well, we'd ask some people if they wanted to ask questions. They could throw it up and we could answer it. Any questions that they maybe have been wanting to ask at any point?
And anyone on the stream, all 1.5 people, who's one of it is my phone, if they have questions. So if anyone has questions, shout it out. No questions. Okay. What else? We'll go over your shoes again. You wrote 4 pages of notes. You wrote 4 pages.
No, that's other stuff. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. You got all the time codes from your documentary you're producing? What went on in your mind that you started getting in front of the camera? Because when we first started a YouTube channel as a ways to support the podcast, it was kind of always thrown out that maybe we should get in front of the camera to get more excitement and whatever. And that was always kiboshed. And then something happened. You were ready to get in front of the camera, and it happened on a different channel.
And we can still do that ourselves. It was just, I thought it was the next evolution to how things should be.
It was the next evolution? Because did you see someone else get in front of the camera? Or?
I had a friend who maybe motivated me a little bit to do it. So that's fine. Like you said, we can always do that for our show,
We
too,
can?
right?
When are we going to start doing that?
Well, whenever you move closer to me and we got a place to do it.
Move closer to you, eh? I think you should just come up.
Well, we could do that, but, I did come up for...
Let's get comfortable here.
Let's do this. I did come up for the show. You did make me drive up to your house an hour and a half out of the way.
Yeah, so it's possible. You should be doing that. Once a week, come up. We do a stream or something, play a game together, and take the Twitch on by storm.
The Twitch.
The Twitch?
You want to be a big Twitcher now. Did you see someone do that? And now you want to do that?
Yeah, I kind of follow whatever Musty's doing. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you can't go wrong.
No.
What was your take with this whole show? Were you happy that...
Hey, this show was, it got me to spend a whole boatload of money, so I must have liked it. It was, got me going. Got the juices going
Did
again.
you buy stuff that you just didn't need again?
Yeah, mostly, yeah. I got a new thing, though. I figured out, let's get in my mind one thing to look for, and that kind of will give you kind of the juice to go through the whole show and start digging in boxes and stuff. Because when you're not really looking for anything, it's just you lose interest. So give yourself a kind of a game to look for that is not that you're not going to find everywhere, like Duck Hunt or something, and then go to town and search through the whole thing to find it. And that made it kind of fun. And then you start seeing other things. Dollar bins were aplenty this time, so I love the dollar bins.
Now, we have a show back home that Haji does, and that's the Barrie Game Exchange. What do you think? What do you think that should he take this sort of venue and look in terms of the size of this show, or should he stick with more of a smaller, intimate show that he's doing like right now?
That's a tough call.
Tell him what to do.
That's a tough call. I think what he's doing, I think NJ Retro pulled him aside and told him what he's doing is great, and that's probably really good advice. It's working, and no one is blowing their brains out for stress. And we know that Haji's making a ton of cash off it, like a ton of cash. So why not keep going?
And just keep it a one-day event or 2 days?
That's a tough one. I think I would like to see 2 days. I think, but I would have to vend for 2 days. But I know there's a huge segment of people that miss it on the first day. A huge segment of people just miss the announcement that it's happening, and they see it that night, or they remember it that day because they see it in the news or something like that, or they drive by a sign, and by the time they're driving by, they already have plans for the day, right? But if it was 2 days, then you're going to get a second round of people on the Sunday. So I wouldn't mind seeing a 2-day thing and see what happens.
Would I have to vend 2 days with you as well, or just 1 day is okay?
You would have to vend 2 days. Mm-hmm. What would you tell the folks back home for 2 days?
What I have to do for 2 days?
Yeah.
That I have to disappear?
Yeah.
I'd have to say I was doing a show for 2 days.
A show?
Yeah.
You would say that?
Yeah. Well, my wife knows I've done the show before.
Oh. What?
Yeah. Is that a surprise?
Yeah.
No.
Is that a surprise? She knows you went to a game show to sell.
There, yeah.
To vend.
Not the last one, the one before it.
What'd she think the last one was?
I forget what I said. I think I said I was basically doing something.
And where are you right now?
I'm here.
What do the folks at home think you're doing?
Oh, it's a get-together with everybody. We were going to a game show and then just hanging out and having fun.
Get together with who?
People that came down. I told her the people that came down 2 years ago from the States to the Barrie show were hanging out. And last year they went to Chicago, and I wasn't able to go. So this year I'm coming here.
And how did you meet those people that showed up 2 years ago?
Through the internet.
You told her that?
Yeah.
Does she know about one of your podcasts?
She doesn't care about the podcast.
How many YouTube channels you got going now? 3, 4? You got your Twitch thing going. You got 2 podcasts. Which of these is she aware of?
I don't think any, actually. But that's mostly due to her having no interest in it. She's not a gamer, so.
Oh, you've made that.
She doesn't.
You've made that choice for her.
This lifestyle doesn't interest her.
This lifestyle. That's good. So, what about you in this weekend? How was the show? You spent a lot.
I spent more than I should have, and on stuff that was more filler than anything else.
Yeah, why?
Because I'm an idiot.
Why do you want filler? Last time you arranged stuff,
it was good prices, so that was hard to pass up. But I didn't get like any whales that I've been hunting for.
Where are you storing stuff right now in the house?
Under the bed, in the closet, behind bookshelves.
Yeah, you said you found a new cavity to stuff stuff.
Did I?
Yeah.
Where's that?
In your guitar.
I forget what oh yeah, my guitar case.
Guitar case. That's where you're stuffing video
games. My
games
guitar is
now.
out on its stand, so the case was sitting there empty, taking up space. So I thought I'd throw some.
That's a cavity.
PS1 games.
Let's
in there.
fill it
Why
up.
not?
Let's fill it up.
Yeah. Well, the bookshelves are full. I don't have a whole house like
you mean these
stuff.
bookshelves that I happen to be standing behind? As you can see, I have plenty of these games. I need boxes for all these. That's a good
Where
video.
else do you want me to shoot? I don't get this.
I don't know. Shoot in the backyard or something. You got the glorious,
that's interesting.
Glorious backyard with all the marble and the pool. Yeah, I would like to see that. You could do it with your shirt off. Have Kevin the Dragon make an appearance.
I am running out of space, though. I should probably trim down or
You did that. You trimmed down for this trip.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, we got questions. Questions from the crowd.
Has Joe always felt that My Life in Collecting is more important than STC, or was there a particular event?
Whoa. Techno dork. That's
Have I
producer
thought-
Jay.
Have I thought that it was more important than STC? No, definitely not. It's
Oh, he wants an honest answer.
that is an honest answer.
Okay.
It's not. It's just STC was always the parent, and this is just basically an offshoot of it. Do you believe that?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, so the second one is from Stephen Catmax Gaming. His official question for Bill is, if Bill could get Joe to play any one game on stream with him, which would it be?
So if we were to put Joe on camera, that would make a huge difference.
What do you mean, like a VR game?
No, where they could see you playing. Like in a VR game, with my PS4 setup,
If
you
you
don't
have the
get to
camera,
see the
yeah.
person. So I would love to get you where people can see you playing a scary game.
With my Jimmy legs.
Yeah, rolling all over the floor and stuff.
It's just
The camera would have to be like someone would have to work the camera.
you have to explain it to people because they don't know exactly what. Where did you see me do this?
Well, you were playing it. I don't even know where you're playing something. Not
It was just an action game. That's all.
just like Mario or something. And you're just rolling all around. The legs get kicking, and you get rolling. What's up with
It
that?
makes your man jump better.
Yeah. Okay. That's
You know how
true.
it is when you get into a game. It's just you get your body moving, and it's like
But the scary stuff, you would be. I've like seen you duck under the
yeah,
desk
I'm not a
and
fan of
stuff,
scary games.
and you play the game kind of off to the side of the TV like that,
Sometimes
like
you
they
don't know
can't
what's
get
coming
you.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we've all been there.
I don't play scary games. Forget that. I don't need to be scared. Is there anything else?
Oh, you're not
Is
really
that
a
it?
gamer.
What would you like to see me Twitch stream?
Probably some more VR games. I think I'd really be enjoying that. Yes, I do watch
You
your
do
Twitch
not.
streams.
As if you have not.
Enough with the Beat Saber, though. Try something new.
Well, that's,
I like watching your Star Trek games where all I see is you and then these hands point and shoot like this, telling Creepleet to go do this over there, but you're pointing over here.
Yeah, I'd love to play that too. That was just part of a big elaborate prank where Josh Creepleet and Kevin Barrett on Mars convinced me to buy a game at full retail price because we're going to play together, and then never play
And then
together.
everyone bailed.
Yeah. So that was just part of a prank. But yeah, I'd like to play that too. Is that it? Is that it for questions? Is that it? Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Well, thanks everybody for
good.
showing up for this. Oh boy.
How are we breaking up our line there? Oh yeah, our garage sale line.
Do we
We all contributed.
do we need to discuss this on live?
I think it'd be.
Oh, Musty's nodding his head. Okay. Musty stirring the pot.
Well, I would love to know how that's possible because it just doesn't seem possible. Let
Why don't we
alone
well, let's
there
ex-
was one person who made the purchase and initiated the purchase and closed the deal. So, I don't know.
You
I
want
don't
to
know.
explain the scenario, or should we?
Okay, so there was a yard sale, and for some reason
That
we
we
were
were at
all
here
at
at the
yard.
show.
Yep,
On Saturday,
yep,
we got up at 7 after going to sleep at 4,
yes.
and did the Canadian thing and started doing some U.S. yard sailing, garage sailing, and there's a community sale about 5 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
So you, me, Haji, and Kevin were out doing it, and we weren't having much luck. So we hit up another subdivision, maybe like 10 minutes away, further away, and we came across this townhouse complex. And we did the usual thing: get out. We asked, "You got games?" And it was this.
No. I asked.
Well, you're not going to have 4 people asking at once. So yes, someone has to step up and say
No,
it
you
first.
got the shy guys who are just kind of kicking rocks with their feet, and
We're not
then
rushing
this
up
guy
and
goes
saying,
up.
"Do you got games?"
Hi there.
Yeah.
Do you?
Hi, how's it
do you
going?
guys also have
How's
video
your sale
games?
going today?
Yeah.
Any chance you have any video games you might want to
Don't mind these weird-looking guys that are like kicking rocks and stuff in the driveway. And the guy says, "Sure enough, I have a bin of stuff. Why don't
But actually,
I grab
it was Kevin that got him to bring out the games.
No.
I was
not
there.
even close.
I was there with you guys.
No, not at all. I think Kevin might have said hi, and then I said, "How you doing? Do you have video games? We're always searching for video games." And then he got the bin out, and then Kevin started going on about PC stuff with the guy's significant others. So while they were having their PC chat,
You and I were looking through this
no,
tub of games.
you were somewhere
I was
else.
1 foot away. Yeah, I was somewhere else.
You were somewhere else. I see the bin. I just do a quick little
And
shove around and go, you know what? I could in my head, I could probably just make a deal for the whole thing. Asked him what he wants for the whole thing. He said $100. I'm not dropping $100 American. Just instant math in my head. That's like a lot of Canadian. So I half that, didn't I? Said $50. And then we had a little brief negotiation. No one else was stepping in. No one was helping. I had the negotiation going. Ended up sealing the deal at $65, and got it back to the van. And suddenly, the talk is, "Well, that's awesome. How are we going to divvy this up?" Yeah.
When we first left,
Why?
When we first left, though,
How
the
would
question
we-
was proposed is, so we're going to split what we find.
No.
right?
We were talking anecdotally about people who win stuff at lotteries and stuff, where they say if we go into this draw that we're both at, we'll split whatever. That I can see. Now, a bin full of games that someone has negotiated for.
So why would I have let you bid on this bin, which was what, Saturn?
Yeah, it was 3 Saturns, and no, there was no Saturn.
The other one, what's it called?
What was it?
Dreamcast, 2 64 systems, a bunch of 64 games, Dreamcast controller with memory card, and some 3 boxed NES games.
Now, I tell you why you would let me do that.
Why?
Because that's what bros do out of respect. Now, the next yard sale,
See that?
the next
Did you hear
yard
that?
sale.
Did you hear that fart
See,
noise?
you don't know because you don't yard sale a lot. But when you go yard sailing with bros, you take turns. So the next one, the bro takes the lead and he gets the whatever.
Really?
Hey, you take turns taking the lead. So, and plus you're afraid to talk to people. So, but you would have had the
And
lead
like
the
I
next
said,
time.
there was you, me, and Kevin there. Why are we triple teaming the guy?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
So one person talks for the group.
Okay, so let's say I acquiesce and say, okay, let's split it up, which I'm a nice guy, so I don't, obviously, I'll split it up if that makes everyone happy. How would we go about splitting it up when there's titles
I told you
need
we
in
would
there?
have Eric there with us, and everyone just picks out, hey, I'd like to have this for my collection. And then another person might say, I don't give a shit about that. I'll take this over here.
Yeah,
I'll
but
take those
one guy
NES
paid for
games.
it all.
Do you want the 20, which we were all going to split?
What?
We were going to split the price, weren't we?
What do you
We
mean?
weren't going to let you just pay for all of it.
Then
if we were
how
gonna
would we
split it up.
divvy it up? How much would you give to get that one game? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make
We
sense.
would sit down
it
and
just
figure it out
doesn't make
together.
sense.
Do you want to do a crowd poll?
Crowd poll, Insta poll. Who thinks?
Well, they need to hear the full story first.
Hey, that just solidifies my argument even more. I didn't want to handicap you guys. Now, as we continued yard sailing, and I let the bros take the lead on their chance to get whatever, we happened upon another guy who overheard us doing the game deals, and he's like, "Hey, you guys are must be around for the TooManyGames or whatever." And, yeah, we're at TooManyGames, looking forward to it. Yeah, I'll be going the next day. I think I really want to look for a Dreamcast, and then I kind of had like a Vulcan mind meld eyes with Haji, and we kind of I should get this guy this Dreamcast, and Haji's like, "Yeah, you should." So I said, "Hey, I might have a Dreamcast for you." He's like, "You got a Dreamcast?" "Yeah, it's untested, but you can have a look at it if you want." So he came back to the van and had a look at the Dreamcast. And I was kind of nervous because the van was very close to the actual spot where I bought the Dreamcast. Not too close, but kind of close. And I thought I had him on the hook there for this Dreamcast. And then he started giving me the old, well, I don't know if it works and all that jazz. But he said, hey, maybe if I can test it in my house, we can get the deal done if it works. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. We can go to your house way over there and check that out. And he's like, actually, my house is right over here, which was pretty much right beside where we bought the Dreamcast. So, okay, let me carry that for you. Okay, where's your house? And I'm carrying it, kind of hiding my arms all around it. Anyways, we get in there, and the Dreamcast works. He was happy with it, and I gave him a deal because it was on the spot. So he got the Dreamcast for $40. So that brought down my initial investment to where I feel more comfortable, because I was kind of nervous about the $65 because I took the risk personally buying it. And so there, the Dreamcast is gone. I have a better investment from my money, and that's done. That's the rest of the story.
No.
Excuse me.
You skipped a lot of stuff.
There's no steps there. There's no steps.
That was the Bill highlight.
Look, this is not the Fandango.
Well, I'm interested to bring that up because if you want the full story, tune into the next Retro Fandango.
Well, we tried this Wednesday, but one didn't appear, so. Yeah. So, a show of hands, who thinks Bill should keep this package to himself? That is most of the room. That is most of the room, actually. That is most of the room.
That is 0.
0 point.
I saw a lot of hands in the back. So, we'll have to get Eric to spreadsheet out those results, but we'll have them for you on the next episode.
No, they're ready now.
Oh, Eric. Wow. Come on, what'd I ever do to you? Come on.
Have you seen Twitter today?
Come on. Come on. Oh, man. That's Q-dogging it right there.
An impartial person to come in like Eric and just oversee everything.
All right.
And while we're still here at the show.
If Eric says do it, then I'm with Eric. I always do what Q-Dog tells me
And
to do.
obviously you would get your money back. You were never
I
expected
still
to
don't
pay for
understand
all of it.
how piecemealing out like
What do you want out of that?
32 units.
What do you want out of that box?
I don't know yet because my stuff isn't up to date. I'd have to see what I have at home and upgrade possibilities. What can a guy do?
Okay. Well, we'll talk.
What can I do? You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know what you have or what you need.
And by the way, you said that your point was that you would have just paid the $100.
I would have, because I knew I could have got my money back if I had decided to sell all of it. I'm saying if you wanted to keep it for yourself, I would have just outbid you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you should have done that.
Well, no, because why?
I don't know.
Exactly, because we were going to split it.
How are we going to split it?
I don't know. Eric will figure it out.
Eric, figure this out for us.
Yes,
Okay. Is that it?
that's it.
Is that it? Are we happy now?
On that cliffhanger, I think we should end the show.
Okay, that's it. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.